What is up, y'all? What is up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl EJ in the building. And I got my girl. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm not muted.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, there you go. I don't know what was happening. What's up, y'all? What is up? It's your girl EJ in the building. And I got my girl Tika Dushi with me.
What's good, everybody? What is good? Welcome to CDT, okay?
Okay, that part. Listen, y'all, we are here to talk about Talamasca, which I'm so excited about because the Talamasca is just, it's really good. Like, I'm really, really enjoying it right now. If you are an Interview with a Vampire fan, or you liked Mayfair Witches, then you know all about the Talamasca, which is a secret order that is supposed to basically I can't say control. They're supposed to record and they're supposed to bring like this balance to this immortal world. They're kind of keeping tabs on everything. They're not supposed to engage, but it is what it is. But to me, it feels like the Talamasca. I don't know. It seems like they a little bit more than what they saying they are, Tika. What are your thoughts as we enter into this world of the Talamasca so far?
Yeah, the Talamasca is definitely giving, I'm not telling the truth about something. I'm omitting a lot of important facts, and I'm going to use whoever I have to use to get whatever it is that I want. And yeah, they over there doing the most in the Talamasca world. And God said, F this, but we're going to get into it. Yeah.
Okay, that part. God is not here for it at all. But yeah, so we're diving into episode 3. Did some reviews over the first and kind of the second episode, just kind of going over what was happening. But we're gonna moving forward, just take it live, y'all, and just talk about it, conversational style. But yeah, so we're gonna get into this episode now. The name of this episode, let me see if I can find a name. It was called "The Task at Hand," y'all. And in this episode, we still, God is he don't trust none of these people. And to be fair, I low key agree with him at this point. Like these people aren't to be trusted. So it
Yeah.
just is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and bring
Definitely.
this up.
Now, I was just
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, definitely they are not to be trusted. I mean, even I know you covered it in the recap with episodes 1 and 2, but even down to the lady who raised him, like she didn't even want to tell the full story as to what was really going on. So I don't blame them. I wouldn't trust nobody until I see what's really going on at this point.
Okay, that part. What's up to everybody in the chat? For those of you that have popped in, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. And hopefully we'll get more people in as more people start to see that we're talking about the Talamasca. But anyway, let's just go ahead and start off with the very top of it. I have like some different slides, but I'm not going in any particular order. I'll be extra. But I wanted to start out with the Talamasca HQ getting burned because that's kind of where we start all of this. We can clearly see we have a spell book. We see another book that talks about the Mayfair witches. I know you haven't looked at those yet, but this is another part of Anne Rice's world, which is the Mayfair witches. And then we just see all of these books getting burned up. And there's this myth about the 752, right? The 752 is supposed to be this whole set of information that the Talamasca has created over time, right? And some people believe in it and some people do not believe in it. But this is where what is supposed to have happened. And they kind of give us a glimpse of it kind of playing out. But nobody knows who actually did it. And we'll jump into a little bit later as to exactly what the 752 is supposed to be, because we spent the first 2 episodes wondering what the heck the 752 even was. So at least they gave us a little insight.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so let's just go ahead and tap right into Guy, because Guy does not trust Helen and he's mad about what happened. Now, Tika, I'm going to have to keep it real with you on this one. They told Guy not to engage, but Guy decided he was going to take his butt in there anyway. He wasn't even supposed to go in there, so you weren't even supposed to see any of this stuff because your orders were to observe. But no, he had to take his behind in there, and then he saw this, and now he mad about it. But I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, bruh, follow instructions. Thoughts?
I mean, you ain't gonna just put me in a position and expect me not to go see what is really going on. Like, what is happening here? Like, y'all basically, if I don't go see what's going on, I'll never know the truth. Or I won't even have an idea or an inkling of what is actually going on. And they have literally, the Talamasca have placed Guy into a very, very tough situation by not, telling him the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I feel like they're omitting some extremely important facts that need to be, acknowledged to him. Let him know what is really going on. But I'm gonna just say this to the audience real quick, so y'all don't get on my neck. This is my first, other than interview with the empire, interview with interview with the vampire, that my girl EJ up above has coerced me into reviewing and talking about. This is another crazy one. Like, I was just like, okay, here come the damn ghouls and the goblins and the somebody. I mean, it's just a lot. There was just a lot going on. So I'm with Guy. Like, I'm not trusting Helen. I'm not trusting anybody. You could have told me, oh, girl was a witch. Like, there was a lot of things that was left out. And then you tell me not to go in and see. No, because you're making me find out. So, I don't trust him either. I still don't trust him. I'm like, how I feel about Lestat, I'm kind of feeling like that about Helen. So whatever happened to Helen at this moment, I'm here for that too.
Do not bring that Lestat energy over here to the Talamasca. Let Lestat stay where he is. I love Lestat. That's my guy.
I know.
But no, I do get it though. No, I really do get it. Like, I go back and forth with this. Like, on one hand, I feel like if your job is to observe, like they told you to do that for a reason, so that you don't put yourself into a specific harm's way, right? You went up in there not really knowing what was in there. You just go up in there just because I feel like Guy has this thing where I don't know. It's just like I don't want to do anything wrong. That I don't know. It's just I mean, maybe that's just like maybe maybe I'm too harsh. Maybe I've looked at too much stuff, and I'm just like, maybe I'm just too harsh on certain things. I don't know. I just feel like he just sees something and he wants to go help, and I see something and I want to turn and go the other way. Like, I don't want to run to the problem. I'm running away because I'm not trying to be caught up in them in that stuff. He done went in there and left the hair on there, like just done everything, right? They contaminated the scene. Like, God, what are you doing, sir? But when it's all said and done, when he did get up in there, that's when he found Kevis and he found Archie as well. But we also find out in this moment that Olive, the chick that we saw in the club, is actually his handler. And I feel like these two kind of getting off to a rough start, from the jump, because I don't think she really has that much trust in him, but he definitely ain't trusting them at all. So, that's kind of where we are. But let's move on over to and talk about who killed Archie, who we think could have killed Archie. I mean, of course, there's the obvious. There's Greg and there's Jasper. Greg, who's supposed to be the leader of the London Mother House, but clearly Jasper is the one that's running the show. And we learned why at some point, why he decided to do that. And we'll jump into that a little bit later as well. But I mean, clearly these are some vampire marks on his neck, right? Who do you think killed Archie?
Girl, well, Jasper claimed he didn't have anything to do with it, so he probably sent Greg to do it. But then again, it could have been somebody else, because there's so many different players in and out of this whole series right now. You really don't know who it is, and at this point, it's almost like a game of Clue. But the way that they did that one particular individual is giving Jasper and his little squad. That's all I can say. It's giving Jasper and his little squad. They got a lot to do with a lot.
Okay.
Or did the witchery club do it?
To me, it looked like bite marks. So I thought maybe it was I thought maybe it was a vampire, but Jasper says he didn't do it. So, we just go take Jasper word for now, even though I don't trust these vampires. But he says that he does know who did it. So, maybe he had someone else do it. I don't know. But let's move on to Checkers, is what they call him. He thinks he's getting the whole promotion. I forgot to put the part up here where he's talking to his friends. This is the one that had went up in there and was talking noise, talking about, we know you not running the show. We know it's whoever up here. And Jasper was like, oh, I like him. And then they in the pub thing, and he just really talking. He like, yeah, they gave me a promotion. It's this advance something. I forgot exactly what he said, but he was like, yeah, they gonna send me to Jakarta. And they like, is it they like, we didn't know it was another house in Jakarta. Like they oblivious. And he's like, yes, a lot of things you guys don't know. And then as he's leaving out of the pub, he gets caught up, and then this is where he ends up at. And it's shocking because Jasper seems to be creating monsters to me. Like, that's because you remember he had, like, when they got Soledad at the very beginning on the first episode,
right?
There was something, those were not vampires. Like, those were something else. It kind of reminded me of when we were in Interview with the Vampire, when we went and found the old vampire, when that first episode, and remember those things that she had created. It kind of reminds me of that,
right?
Almost.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, because just like you were saying, they were in it looked like a jail cell, but Jasper was sitting back and just like watching everything happen, and they were clawing at the walls. So it's definitely giving he's creating monsters. And how though? Because like, you a whole vampire, aren't you only supposed to be able to create other monsters? Now y'all can tell, don't judge me. I don't know the whole vampire world. I just know I thought vampires create vampires, but clearly he's creating something darker than what we are accustomed to seeing, because Checkers is like spitting up stuff and talking about he's thirsty, and next thing you know, he got black stuff coming out of his mouth. Girl, what was going on?
I don't know. I really think that it has something to do with. I honestly think it's a play off of what we were talking about earlier about the stuff from the old world. Like, if they're, or maybe like how, remember Lestat said that if you drink blood from the dead or something like that, I don't know. I really just think it's something weird like that. Because I don't think Jasper is anything special. Like, oh, he can just make these. Like, I think it has to do with something like that, but based off of what based off of after he bites them, and then what he feeds them afterwards, instead of feeding them fresh blood. It got to be something like that, because those are not vampires at all.
Right. I agree.
But his big mouth got him a promotion for sure. I mean, at least he ain't unalived. I guess he can say that much.
He got him a whole dirt bath.
Girl, that part. Because after he buries them, they're gonna come back out. I mean, I know that's exactly what's gonna happen. He was like, "This is the hard part," and I'm just like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." But let's talk about Jasper and Greg for a second, because the reason why Greg is even doing this is because Greg has cancer and he's dying, and he's using vampire blood in order to heal himself from the cancer. And I'm guessing it's one of those things. I don't know if he's giving it to him slowly in order to continue to control him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just baby spoon feed it, because if I give it to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's more so one of those things. And I don't even know, like, because, in some vampire shows, vampire blood is healing. And I don't even know if that's the case with this. Like, I don't know enough about Anne Rice's vampires in order to know if their blood is healing or not. All I know is our Interview with the Vampire vampires in her world, and I don't know if that was the case. So I think this will be interesting. It could either be that, or it could be that he's slowly turning into.
Right.
I don't know. It's just something about the blood. It feels like it makes more sense that the blood is healing, because if you were going to turn him into a vampire, he would need to get bit first, right? And then drink the blood. Right. So, girl.
But he's giving his eyes kind of give me that, like, I am I'm in the process of transitioning. I mean, he also had this big old bloody patch or this big old scar or cancerous looking scar on his chest that looks like it was big, and then it's like it's almost like it's kind of healing, like you say, like it's getting a little bit smaller. So I don't know. Greg, why are you here, sir? And then if you paid attention and looked at the amount of blood that Jasper actually gave him in the glass, it was literally like a little bit, like an ounce, 2 ounces. It wasn't like a full. Most of them get a full chalice of the blood, but he literally had like an ounce. It wasn't even enough to have a real good swallow. I don't know what Jasper got going on with Greg, but yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna need to do some research into that. I'm gonna need to figure out what that is because I honestly I don't know, but I'm gonna go with it's healing for now. But I think that I don't know. We got to figure out what that is. I want to talk about her past, right? Because she's definitely been reminiscing about her past these last few times that we've seen her. We had her with the picture. I can't remember what episode that was, but she has the picture and there's these two little girls. And immediately I thought, oh, she must be a twin. This must be her sister. We're about to get a backstory. And sure enough, we see that she's been looking at a file, and I'll show that file here in just a second. But she also has these flashbacks about this other girl that she was there with. Clearly, they look like twins. And so they haven't said it just yet that it's her sister, but I think when they talk about what's coming up, they do say that it's her sister. But I wonder where her sister is and what happened to her sister. And are we going to get a whole thing? Like, is the sister going to pop back up? Or is she like, I just want to know exactly what this full backstory is. But any thoughts?
Just that they need to definitely make sure before the season ends that they give us the details of what actually happened to the sister, or is she going to actually show up? Is she still alive? Did they torture her in this place where they had the children? What did she have powers? Was she a vampire? Like, what is your sister's story? What is it? Why is she hidden at this moment? So yeah, I mean, I need to know what happened to the sister too. What happened to you, baby girl? Please let us know. If you know something, say something.
That part. I guess that's going to be one of those stories that kind of unfolds because I feel like we're going to continue to get pieces of it and pieces of it. Because even when she was talking to Guy, she doesn't even tell him about the sister. Like, she's supposedly supposed to be telling him after he followed her there. And she conveniently leaves out that part. She just only talks about herself. And she does say that there are other people there, but she's very specifically does not talk about the real elephant in the room, right? Now
Right.
she's looking at this file before she heads over there of Jameson Arthur. And I'm guessing he must be maybe like the doctor or something or other. It says he's a researcher on his file. And it also says that he was mortal, right? So I think that that's another interesting thing because you know that they also follow they follow everybody. They follow the people. That's what the Talamasca does. So they have this whole report on him. So I'm thinking that maybe she's trying to locate him or find him. I don't know how old he would be because I didn't get a chance to I didn't try to zoom in on the file. But if he's still alive, maybe it's her key to finding where her sister is located. That's the only thing that made sense to me.
Right. Yeah. Well, looking at the slide, EJ is saying that his birth year was like 1940 something. So it's very much a possibility. I know. It's very much a possibility that he could still be around if he was mortal. Then what if he got bit and transitioned and now he's forever, forever ever alive? Interesting. I'm James Arthur. Is it her daddy? Is it her uncle? Is it, the doctor that cared for her and her sister? Is it the doctor that mistreated her and her sister? Yeah, Harper, who is this man?
You're so crazy. Well, she says that her parents died in some sort of accident. So I think they were orphans, her and her sister. So I'm definitely gonna lean more towards the person over this facility. Because if she's telling the truth, I mean, honestly, I feel like Helen gives us pieces of truth, like some parts truth, some parts not. But when it's all said and done, guys, like, look here, tell me the truth. Like, what is the 752? What is it that what is really going on? And that's when she just breaks it down. Look, the London mother house has been taken over by Jasper. The guy who was running it, Greg, he he's been infiltrated and now he's working under Jasper. They also are looking for the 752. And then she explains that the 752 is a single volume that contains codex. I think she said that contains, I'm trying to read my own thing. I don't know why it's so small. Codex Atlas of all the Talamasca knowledge that they have accumulated. And it was created by a rogue faction of their leadership. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. And it was hidden away. So basically, somebody in the Talamasca that went rogue created all of this, whether it's a book, because nobody knows exactly what it is, whether it's a book, whether it's some people call it, like, everybody has this idea of what they think it is, but nobody actually knows exactly what it is. But I'm gonna assume that it's a book, most likely, because that's what makes the most sense or whatnot. But a lot of people don't even believe in it. Like, they don't even believe it, but she definitely believes in it. And we're gonna realize that Jasper believes in it too. Like, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
they do have that in common. Both of them are seeking or interested in that book. It's it said it's the Codex Atlas. So almost like how they used to have the atlases that gave you kind of like back information, historic information, all of that, all those things. So I'm interested in seeing, I mean, and sometimes they put important names and faces in these atlases. So I want to see if any of these people, Helen and all of these people that we're being introduced to, if they're actually in this whole codex, if they're in this whole book. What are the stories that are going to be told in this whole atlas? So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because when they talk about it, they talk about the fact that it has at the end of the day, the Talamasca, they watch everybody. They watch all of the immortals as well as, mortals. Like, they watch anybody that's inside of the I don't want to say fantasy world. What's the word? I'm like, supernatural world, in the supernatural world, right? So
Right.
years and years and years since 742, not 742, 752, what, 80? Is it? Yeah, gotta be 80. Since 752, they've been collecting all of this information, where people are, where they might be hiding, who this is, who that is. Like, this has to be the most valuable piece of information that one can find if you're in this particular world. And if you're looking for somebody who's supposed to be hidden, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
this is getting into the wrong hands can be dangerous because of everything that they like. It's just a lot. And something tells me that if they find that book, they're also going to find where Guy's mom is. And I think that's more of a motivation of why he wants to believe that the book is true as well, because now that he knows that his mom was linked to the Talamasca, I mean, I think he has his own motives. We know that he came there off of his, because he wanted to learn about it. He was never going to come there if he thought that he was just coming there for this. Like, he was never going to do that. He was going to go over there and get his little cushy job and keep it pushing. But even at the end of the day, that's another part in this particular conversation. He says, look, I'm done. I'm just going to go take my job and just keep it pushing. She's like, no, that's not going to happen. Like, sir, they curated your entire life. Don't you think that they can give it to you and take it away? Like, you
Right.
don't do this regardless.
Yeah, unfortunately, they definitely have him wrapped around their fingers. But he gonna do whatever he want to do.
Of course.
He needs the truth, and of course, just like you were saying, EJ, the real main, for me, I feel like the main purpose of him even taking his job was because of the fact that he found out that his mother was actually still alive. And yeah, she's a part of this whole situation, but at least she's still here. You know what I mean? And so go, guy, find your mama. I'm not mad about that.
And the crazy part about it too is that you remember Daniel was like, he said that you don't really want to find her, right? And then she tells her that she says that his mom did something really bad. So that just intrigues me even more to really want to find out exactly who his mom is and what she has done. But I feel like that's not going to be somebody that we run across until maybe a little bit later. I feel like they're going to keep this one maybe like next season or something like that. I don't think we're going to get that in this season. With this season only having 6 episodes, I don't think that we're going to get there.
I just want to reach. What if his mama is her sister or something? Just
that would
reaching.
be interesting.
Just reaching. But yeah.
Hey, but I mean, but that could be interesting. Who knows? I mean, that definitely be a twist for you. I'm gonna stay on the officer too much. I just feel like every time they try to involve themselves and stuff, I understand she's doing her job, but ma'am, this I just feel like just walk away. They already painted a cute little story for it. Just go with that story and go find another case to work on. But we know that that's not going to happen. And she actually gives Doris, who we met earlier, who's one of the witches as well, because we also learned that Candace was a witch. And she was sent there to spy. That's why she came in so hard, the way that she came in, the way she was flirting with him, the way that she, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. So she was spying on him right from the jump. But Doris is her friend, and she shows, she's like, well, this person was, basically she's put Guy at the scene of the crime, right? And now she's showing this to Doris. So I feel like now Doris, who I felt like had gained a little bit of trust with Guy, is now going to, that trust is going to die down. And I have a whole slide for her, but and we'll get to her in a minute. But I really just wanted to, do you think she just need to let it go?
I mean, but is she going to? We already know that there's got to be a nosy cop in the situation. No matter what, she if she values her life, she would walk away. But because she is a snoop, as they call them, she's gonna do her job, or what she thinks is her doing her job. And I hope it doesn't cost her ability to breathe. But yeah,
girl, absolutely. Two things with Doris. Can she be trusted, and will this be a love interest? The way that they were having this conversation with each other, I felt like we've already taken Kevis off the table, but I feel like we might be introducing a love interest. It doesn't, I mean, they nowhere near it now, but I do feel like that's where we're going to go. We're going to go with that whole, I can't trust him. Yes, you can trust me. Da, da, da. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to do that whole back and forth thing until at some point we're going to see these two. Maybe it may not be this season. Like I said, we only got 6 episodes, but it may be later. But I do see that coming. And I do think that she can be trusted. I think that she's going to be a good ally for him. But at the same time, I don't think that she's going to trust him. So.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm here for that. But I don't know if God ready for anybody. He don't need to be ready for anybody. Just find your mama and leave all these relationships alone. She's a witch. She could put that thing on you and you would come up missing. So just be mindful that, yeah, you can confide. Maybe you can she could be more of a companion. Hopefully not that's just me not wanting him to go into something where he already got like a bunch of buckets that he's already jumping into. So he's gonna need her powers. I'll say he'll need whatever, if she possesses any type of powers, or and can she? I can't remember. Was he able to like read her thoughts, or he wasn't able to read her thoughts?
He was trying to, and she was like, "What are you doing?
Right,
if you got something that you want, just ask me." I think a lot of the supernatural world have probably learned how to block their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's such a powerful thing for people to be able to read your thoughts and stuff. Not only that, but remember, all the vampires can read thoughts. Remember, right? Unless it's the maker. So in this world, it would probably be safe to learn how to hone that skill of blocking your thoughts. So,
right.
Oh, hold on. Did I talked about that already. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Olive. Olive is the handler, but she doesn't even believe in the 752 herself. But this is another one that I think could be a potential love interest. I'm just laying all the people out that could be love interest because it always starts with I don't really like you like that. And
Right.
then somehow we end up in a, doing something totally different. So I feel like this could be another potential love interest, but I don't really know if I trust Olive at all. Olive doesn't believe in the 752. She's kind of just doing her job. She kind of thinks that Helen has lost her mind per se. And I don't know what side of this she's really. I don't know if she's just so locked into the Talamasca. Will she be able to help God? I don't even know if I trust the Talamasca or not. Like, I don't know what side of this to really be on. Like, because it feels like every single, and I know we haven't met any of the other mother houses, but we've met two of them. And
Right.
both of these mother houses seem to be pushing their own agenda. Now, of course, the New York one seems like they are trying to do the right thing per se, but I feel like there's something else. Like I don't feel like it's just for the greater good of, somebody not getting a hold of this book because I don't know, there's just something else behind it, girl. I don't trust none of these folks.
I don't know. Like Oliver, she tried to play it off as if the kiss was just the worst kiss she ever had from him from Guy. But girl, you liked it. Quit playing. I could see the love interest in between the two of them, and plus, considering if she's gonna be his handler, she'll probably be around him more than anything. But then again, he may be like, you might have had something to do with what's the name, Keva,
Kevin.
Kevin's getting taken out. Like, I don't trust you either. At this point, don't trust nobody. But it would be cute, to see them go into it and see how much she can actually teach him. She definitely has way more experience. She has learned to hone whatever her ability or her knowledge is. So she would, even if they're not a love couple, she'll be able to teach him some things and keep him abreast of like what's really going on certain aspects, especially considering the fact that she don't like the 752.
Well, she don't believe in it.
Or
Not
believe,
don't
I'm
like it.
sorry,
She don't
believe. She
believe
don't
in
believe.
it.
Yeah,
She
she
don't
don't
think
believe
it
it.
exists.
Right.
And but we did learn that Jasper does believe that the 752 is real and that he's actually, coming really close to getting it. It's funny because they're on two opposite sides, but he's saying the same exact thing that Helen is saying. So he's saying, "Oh, you saw what happened. We must be getting close." And she's saying the same thing. You saw what happened. We must be getting close. Like everybody's thinking they're getting close to the 752. Kind of makes you question, is there really a 752? Like, but does the book really exist or does it not exist? I'm going to go on the side of that it exists somewhere. It would make sense. I mean, come on now. At the end of the day, people crave knowledge and power. And I would think that a group like the Talamasca, right, a secret order like the Talamasca would house information like this somewhere. I mean, of course they had it locked up in that big library, which would I could see that, but I can't see them letting all of that go to waste. I can see it somehow having a plan B, like something happened. If something happens, all of this knowledge is going to go into whatever it is, whatever the 752 is, whether it be a book, whether it be a box or whatever, who knows? Whatever it is, actually, whatever the physical portion of it is, somewhere it's there. They wouldn't do that. I can't see them doing that. That just that wouldn't be smart.
Right. Well, he knows where it is. He's seen it. Is it real? Because he almost guy almost had the book. He almost had it but unfortunately, because he said he saw it in her book, in her backpack, and then went back to the house and the book was up out of there. So do we think the Popo has the book? Like, where did it go?
Do we think he's being for real about if that's really the book? Now, Archie said He pointed to her book bag and said book, but it was that the book? And how did Kevis get it? If it was a book, how did Kevis get this book? You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me, I don't think that that's actually the book. And I think that guy is full of BS right here. Like, I think he's playing a game right now. I think he's going to play both sides. I don't think that he necessarily trusts Jasper, nor does he trust Helen. And he's definitely not on no, let's go get some get back. He is in it for one thing and one thing only. He wants to see if the 752 does exist. This will get him closer to his mother and get him the answers that he needs. But he's gonna play a dangerous game. I mean, she told him to get in there and get in there by any means necessary. And yeah, he did that for sure. But Jasper also is non-trusting. Look at the way he didn't want him to leave. Like, yeah. Girl, little
He
shaky.
definitely didn't want to leave. He told him, why don't you stay around for a little while? You've seen quite a bit. You can't go now. You suck. So what are you doing, guy? I was literally yelling. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was like, guy, why are you going in this man's domicile? Like, please back out. Please don't go in there. You don't know that Jasper is literally another type of devil. Like he definitely. I'm sure it feels like I can agree with what Tamika said. Hey, Tamika, in the chat, I feel like he's playing both sides, and it's a dangerous game that he is playing. I am like, my heart is beating, my chest is beating fast for him, because I'm like, come on, guy. I just want him to get out of that space where Jasper is before he become one of those things buried in the dirt.
Girl, that part. But I mean, listen, guys say he gonna get in there by any means necessary. At this point, he feels he's trapped by the Talamasca because he can't go back to the life that he was thinking that he was about to start. And he definitely can't just hang around the Talamasca because he has to do whatever it is that they want him to do. You know what I'm saying? So he has to follow their orders. And then if he infiltrates and gets up in here, does he really trust Jasper? Like, it's not a good thing to trust a vampire. So yeah, so at this point, I think Guy's just going to play both sides until he can get what he wants exactly. But this is a very, very dangerous game at the end of the day. And we don't know exactly, what's going to happen to old Guy here. Do you think that Guy is a likable character as you're watching this? Sometimes some characters are likable, some are not, but yet they are the main characters. And I'm just wondering, do you think that he's a likable character?
I do. I actually like him. I feel empathy for him because of everything that he's gone through, but I like him. I don't know what it is about him just yet. I think a portion of it is he's not afraid. Like, even though he may not speak his mind like right away, like as if when he was doing that interview for that job, he didn't immediately say what he was thinking. And then finally he found the courage to actually go off. And he spoke what he spoke. So I'm definitely thinking that I'm definitely liking him. I'm liking Guy. Like, I'm here for his character. He's a I don't know. He's a simple character. Like, I don't know how to explain it just yet. I gotta watch it a little bit more. But yes, to answer your question, EJ, I'm liking Guy. I'm here for whatever Guy decides to get into. I'm riding with you, Guy. I'm riding with you every week with my popcorn. I'm gonna ride with you, okay?
Girl, not with your popcorn. I honestly don't really care for this character that much. I think it's going to take me a little bit more time to really like this character. Honestly, I don't have any that I really just completely like just yet. Maybe Olive. I think I like Olive. I think she's interesting character so far. But like, just as far as like, oh my god, I just love this character and I don't want to see nothing happen to him, like, I don't even have that just yet. I don't know, God just rubs me the wrong way. He irks my soul a little bit right now. It's sort of like how Louis does. Like, you low-key like him. It feels like that. You know how I feel about Louis.
We
Yeah.
love Louis over here on this side of the chat, okay? On this side of the channel, we love Louis. And I understand your point. I understand what you're saying. But Guy, they brought this mess to Guy. Like they brought this to him. He didn't ask for any of this stuff. Yeah, he chose. I wish he had chose just to go back to the law firm and or the firm and get that money. But that's another thing I wanted to ask you though, EJ. What are you thinking? Are they sincere at that law firm about or that firm about having him to come and work with them, or are there some ulterior motives between them? Because the guy is even checking on him when he's out of town. It's like, hey, I'm just checking on you, looking for it whatever you need, feel free to reach out. And so I'm just trying to, I don't want to be too trusted too fast, but like, what is his motive?
Too late. You always be too trusting too fast.
To the right ones. Yes. Okay.
Okay. You be too trusting too fast. But I honestly think that job at the law firm is done. So I think that it was I think like they said in the beginning, like everything was curated for him. Like, of course, he would have found his path because he's smart at the end of the day. But I don't think that he would have found his path here just yet. Like it wouldn't have just happened the way that it happened. I don't think he's getting that job. And I do think they might be sincere, but I don't think that's ever coming back. I think he about to be over here playing in these London streets and just trying to stay alive. But I don't know. But we did get it for a reason. So, I mean, maybe there could be something sinister behind it. I don't trust nobody. So, there's that. I'm a little harder to trust. So, unless you're a Duncan.
Okay.
That's the only way. But other than that, yeah, y'all, that was actually the end of episode 3. Those were the main things that I wanted to talk about and discuss and see what Tika thought about it and see where y'all were at with it. But I'm loving Talamasca so far. I think that it's a really good series. Like I told you before, Mayfair Witches was just kind of mid. And I really wanted that to be so great because I love the aspect of witches. Like, just in case nobody knows, I am a very huge fan of fantasy stuff. I love supernatural and fantasy stuff. Like, I swear I say I'm scary, but I love just traveling in them realms of witches and werewolves and vampires and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted Mayfair Witches to just be amazing. But I don't know, it was just mid. So I'm liking Talamasca so far, though. I just think Interview with the Vampire is a hard act to follow when you created a series that was so great, like super top tier, and then you have to follow it up in the same world with this other stuff. I don't know. I think it's just hard. I don't want to give Mayfair Witches a hard, I don't want to be so difficult on them, but I do like Talamasca. I think Talamasca is great so far. What are your thoughts?
I never watched Mayfair Witches, so I really don't have anything to compare it to. To me, Interview with the Vampire and Talamasca are two different type stories. I'm sure. I mean, we see with Daniel Malloy, they kind of collide in that world, especially with them. Like, who told them to publish this book? Like, they published the book with Interview with a Vampire, and he's like, that what's his name? Jasper was like, that's the other side. Like, we didn't have anything. Basically, one of them was like, we didn't have anything to do with that. Oliver, I think it was Oliver that said that we didn't have anything to do with the book being published. So I do like that they're kind of bringing that into the familiarity of Interview with the Vampire, because now you're sitting back like, damn, I remember what was written in that book. Is that the exact same book? And then you kind of look at the small notation on the book and it has Daniel Malloy's name on it. So it's like, okay, so the story that they're telling is basically in this book that we have right here in front of us. So, I like that connection. I like that connection of it. I'm drawn to it for sure. Some stuff I can watch and then never watch again, but I am drawn to this one, Talamasca. I can keep watching it. So yeah, thank you, EJ, for introducing me to another good show.
Awesome. That's what's up. Once we finish with, this was the only thing I was scared about, was that they would give up some of the stuff that's happening in Interview with the Vampire before we got to it. And in the first episode, you you see that Daniel is a vampire, and I was like, dang, that's kind of given up, which is what happens at the end of Interview with the Vampire. So but we still rocking with Interview with the Vampire. We still gonna make it. It's a lot of other stuff in between there that will still be surprised. They don't give you too much. They just needed to be able to connect it. So there's that. And yes, the Talamasca is the one who allowed Daniel to write the book. So that's where that connection is coming from. And that's why he said that, because that they are his publishers. Because remember, he's talking to his publisher on the phone. I think we're at the point where he was talking to his publisher on the phone and they really don't want to mess with the book or whatnot. So yeah, so that's how he ends up getting the book published.
But it's also you can't help but if you have gotten to the second episode of season 2 of Interview with the Vampire, it's kind of insinuated, or you kind of already know where they're going with the changing of Daniel Malloy. I'm like, he's unaliving, he's fading away because of cancer. Like, it's kind of, even though he acting like he don't like Louis like that, but Louis gonna end up, saving his life. So it's kind of,
we still gotta watch it. I'm gonna let her think what she think, y'all. I'm gonna let her. I ain't even gonna tell her what it really is, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this one part. Daniel don't want to be no damn vampire. Let me put that
him die, David. Let him write the book and let him die. Hell. We ain't got to keep his little sarcastic ass around. I mean, let him go. Bye, Daniel. Bye, boy. Bye. Okay.
Daniel don't want to be back
to the San Diego. San Francisco. That whatever that restaurant was. Send him back on over there. We got to save him.
We gonna get finished with that one though, so you can see exactly what it is, and then you'll get what I'm talking about. Okay. But y'all, that was what's up with the Talamasca. This was season 1. This is the first season, of course, and this was episode 3 because I was about to put it in reverse. Season 1, episode 3, entitled "The Task at Hand." Let us know what you thought about this episode so far. Are you interested in the Talamasca? Are you liking it so far? What do you think about the character Guy? Do you trust Helen, if that's even her real name? What do you think about Jasper? And what do you think just about everything that's going on? And what do you foresee is going to be happening over these next few days? Are we going to get this story about the sister? Are we going to find out about her? Is she still alive? Like, I just want to know what all your thoughts are. Drop down in the comments and let me know. And meanwhile, if you're watching this on the replay, please make sure to type in hashtag replay squad and let us know that you came through and let us know everything that you thought about this episode. Tika, do you want to tell everybody what we got going on?
Girl, what do we have going? Yeah, no, my brain is a cramp over here. I don't know why you're playing, but I do know that we are going to be talking about All Is Fair. We're also going to talk about what else we got, EJ? And I had to read. My brain jacked up. You see, just to explain some things to you guys. I know I'm kind of way off script right now, but my girl EJ is the scheduler. She's the we collab when it comes to like what type of content to kind of bring, but like the schedule, like she has that down pat. I might put some on the calendar and then I might put it on another calendar that's way in the other room and forget what we got going on. I do apologize. I promise to do better because I'm planning to rearrange my office and put 2 calendars on the wall right next to each other. So the next time EJ asks me what we got going on, I'll be able to tell. But I know
you don't know.
I'm gonna be on point. But yeah, All Is Fair, Interview with a Vampire. More boys at some point is gonna be coming. Y'all check out all the other videos that we already have posted up. But these were the 3 main lives, and we're gonna go live weekly. So weekly, like 2 or 3 times a week. So we got movie night. Y'all, if y'all missed movie night, make sure y'all come back. We did do House of Dynamite with Idris Elba. So y'all come back and check that out. Married at First Sight. There's some crazy couples over there in those streets getting married, don't even know these people. So come on back, rewatch those videos for us, and make sure y'all put something in the chat. Say, I was here. Replay squad, replay gang, TDT squad, TDT gang. I was here, please, and thank you in advance.
Yep, that is right. And then, of course, we do Talamascas on Mondays. I keep wanting to say Tuesday on Mondays, and then we're gonna drop our Welcome to Dairy. We're watching Welcome to Dairy, y'all. It's so crazy, but we're doing that reaction style. So we'll drop that sometime this week. So please, if you're watching that, then please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. You don't want to miss this reaction. I promise you, you don't want to miss it. It's interesting to say the least.
I don't know how many times I did this. So yeah, y'all definitely need to check it out for sure.
But anyway, y'all, we're about to get up out of here and we will talk to y'all later. Peace.